Basuki Tjahaja Purnama, better known by his nickname Ahok, has taken over as acting governor of the Indonesian capital Jakarta. He is the first ethnic Chinese to do so in a country that is 95% native Indonesian and has the world's largest Muslim population. And a Christian, Ahok succeeds Jokowi, Widodo, who has stepped aside to run for the presidential election on July 9, which opinion polls suggest he will win. Ahok will automatically take over to complete Jokowi's 5-year term if he does win. And Indonesia's Chinese make up only about 2% of the 240 million population. And resented for their wide control over trade and business, and suspected of loyalty to China, Indonesian-Chinese have been deliberately kept out of the political and military hierarchy for most of the country's almost 70 years of independence. And the resentment, which has burst into bloody riots in the past, appears to be on the wane, although it's not over. And even critics of Jakarta's acting governor complain mostly about what they see as his abrasive style of governance, not his background. And people are voting for a track record today, Ahok told Reuters in an interview in his office in April. It's not about the race or religion, or some primordial idea of who should run the country. And bad cop, and Ahok has been the bad cop to Jokowi's good cop. In contrast to the typically soft-spoken and Javanese Jokowi, Ahok has gained a reputation for being a tough guy not afraid to shake up the city's sleepy bureaucracy. And the first thing we have to fix here is the bureaucracy. By testing and evaluating their performance, Ahok said. And we say to them if they don't want to follow us, they can get out. Sometimes we have to kick them out. Of course they are angry, but we don't care. And Ahok, 48, has served as Jokowi's right-hand man since winning the 2012 Jakarta gubernatorial election, when the pair toppled the incumbent with their can-do, transparent ideas on fixing the many problems of the chaotic city, including chronic traffic and flooding. And I personally don't agree with Ahok becoming governor, because he's too temperamental, City Councillor Boy Bernardi Sadikin told media. And Sadikin is the son of a former Jakarta governor from the 1970s who many residents believe was the last popular and effective leader the city saw before Jokowi and Ahok. And videos of Ahok losing his temper with inefficient bureaucrats have gone viral in Indonesia, but the public has been largely supportive of the acting governor's no-nonsense style in a country bedeviled by corruption and bureaucratic inertia. And when running in the 2012 Jakarta election, Ahok, who is from the resource-rich Bangka-Belitung province, faced smear campaigns from rivals. But the at times blatant racist attacks had little effect, and Jakarta residents voted in the Jokowi-Ahok team with a 55% majority. And Indonesia, the world's third-largest democracy, has a history of communal tensions that have at times boiled over into violent attacks specifically targeting the ethnic Chinese minority. And the country saw one of the most horrific attacks on the Chinese community in 1998 as Indonesia descended into political and economic chaos following the Asian financial crisis. Rampaging mobs targeted Chinese-owned businesses and in some cases killed and raped Chinese Indonesians, forcing hundreds to flee the country. And hardline Muslim groups who last year protested the appointment of a Christian woman to a Jakarta district office, have also threatened to protest Ahok's rise to power. But Ahok believes Indonesia is becoming more pluralist. And the Jakarta election was a test, and we see more ethnic Chinese running for public office now, Ahok said. One day soon Indonesia will be ready for a non-Muslim or ethnic Chinese leader, even president. And editing by Jonathan Thatcher and Roy Gopalakrishnan.